this sounds good.
Me and the Waterminstrel.
That explains why it sounds good then.
Remixing Acid Clown.
Okay. Have I heard it before?
You have.
That's why it sounds familiar then.
Yes.
So it's good and it's familiar. And familiar usually means good, if you know what I mean.
Using half recognition and half.
Yeah.
That's why that Goyak song does so well. Somebody that I used to know is fucking Baba Black Sheep. Anyway, welcome to the show. Just going to do some sharing and then we are all good to go.
So enjoy the acid techno while we potter.
Yes, indeed. Please give me some reaction on the sound. 23 people in already. Unbelievable. We've only just fucking started. Oh, man, I always get butterflies. Meh. Hello, Zoe Fair. Hello, Bevel Blade. Hello, Matt Rogers. Jags Shergill. Carl Hinsley. Where are we going?
I can't read the screen. Matt, hello. Yeah, we're all black tonight, aren't we?
Yes.
There's no colour. Well, there is a little bit.
Should have changed.
A tiny little bit.
Amy Buffin's in the building.
Hey,
so
hey.
Sean Pierce, Nathan Bryan, John Atterbury. John Atterbury says sound good. Excellent. Thank you very much, fella. One more share. Where are we going? Won't let me share to the Clowns page. Maybe I can do that.
I'm still looking for a massive, great big television with a computer input for you, or an HDMI, so we can read the
Comments.
messages as they come in. Yeah, that's it.
Well, at the moment we are limited to this.
Yeah. I mean, I keep on finding tellies, but they're all old school crap without the HDMI. They're just, you know, SCART and video.
Old technology.
Old technology.
Old tech.
Flat screens, but they weigh a ton, you know, sort of thing.
Yeah. Oh no, we've frozen. That is
Already?
disastrous. Yeah, already. Fuck's sake. Man, I swear this camera is fucking haunted.
Haunted or cursed, one or the other.
Ah, this sucks. And I've got like 3 minutes to fix it.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, blank screen.
Blank screen. Can they hear us still?
Yeah, they can still hear us.
Still here? No, I've lost my skin. We need a proper studio with proper cameramen.
Please, can we? There we go, we're back.
Yay.
Hey, I'm getting good at fixing this shit.
Absolutely.
Live on air.
Yeah.
Welcome to the 17th show, part 2. My co-host for this evening is Lindsay Mumford.
Hello.
I swear, people, we will pop back in a minute.
And here we are.
There we go. That's lag time for you.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is me and Warren, the Waterminstrel, remixing Acid Ted and Dynamic Intervention.
Just proper, does what it says on the box.
Yeah,
traditional,
acid
hacky
techno.
style,
Yeah.
acid techno, in your face. I just love it.
Me and Warren are working on another track at the moment, which is very much in the same vein, and we will be in the studio tomorrow polishing that one up.
Oh yeah.
Let's hope we got those technical difficulties out of the way early.
This is it. Oh, and if Warren's watching, happy birthday, mate.
Oh yes, happy birthday, Warren. I can imagine he's like getting a little smashed at the moment. I wouldn't blame him.
You know. We might watch it later.
Replay, it's all about a replay. Alright, let's jump on in to... Actually, my favourite bit's coming up.
Okay.
Yeah. It's when the acid line fades out, which is really weird.
How strange.
hopefully this will be on my upcoming album, and yeah, hopefully, if Ted lets me release it.
It's such a wonderful phrase, isn't that? My
Hopefully.
up-and-coming album.
Yeah, like it's a collaboration because every track on it is with somebody else, so it's not truly me yet. Laura Knowles, how's it going? Dave Larson, that bit, just to filter out. And I shouldn't like that bit, but I do. I don't know why. The acid line's disappearing and I love it. Weird. Anyway, that was me and the War Minstrel. Let's kick off with track number 1, which is a good 10 minutes long.
Okay. So a minute at the start then, and then just crack it on, maybe.
It looks like it's going to get a little bit more exciting there, so there we go. And this is... There you go, people. That's who it is. I am Manic.
Ooh.
It's called it techno. Sounds a little ambient.
I wouldn't describe this as ambient because it's got a strong rhythm.
Apparently, Matt Rogers' EP comes out tomorrow, so if you like what the Lost Preacher does, I'm sure that's his. I hope that's his actual name.
You need a checklist.
I do.
Really
Yeah, I need a whiteboard.
Yeah, this is it. Actually, no. What we need is cameramen and assistants who hold up things to remind us of things.
It's coming. It's coming.
One day.
It's coming. Once somebody realises how highbrow we actually are as a show,
and how utterly professional.
There we go. Utterly professional, like you wouldn't believe. So committed. I've got a burlesque dancer and a contortionist in, and there may be other acts on the way in, plus 10 hosts. 10 hosts.
How are you going to fit them all in?
So everything else is going. Everything else is going. The camera's going over there, and we'll see if we can fit, I don't know, 16 people in my room.
Unless there happens to be somebody within about a 40-mile radius of Bristol who's got a studio.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That we can actually use to do it with a decent internet connection and, fairly good acoustic properties. They wouldn't mind hosting a completely mad 100th URL. Okay, maybe there isn't anybody.
Because as it stands, there's no way we're going to get like 15 people in that camera.
No, it's going to be right over in the corner. Yeah.
Anyway,
this is very competent.
Good word. Lindsay's on form this evening,
but lacks a little bit of progression.
I mean, 10-minute track.
Yeah, the intro, although we didn't play much of it, even though you jumped to the end of it, it sounded very similar to the start. So there was a good minute and a half, 2 minutes of intro that sounded the same. Now there's this long 3-minute section in the middle that effectively is sounding the same. I'd like to see some progression within those intervals. There we go, a little bit of progression. But I don't know.
It's a very competent track. I
competent
agree with your... And
the elements are good. Maybe it's going to get a bit more interesting now because it's,
the wave looks a little bit more interesting, so we'll see what it does.
I was trying to look for a wave. It's a bit housey. I wouldn't describe it as techno. I'd describe it more as what's the word? Quite mellow house with a few other influences.
If it had a piano in there, it would be house.
Yeah.
Atari Uber's in the building. How's it going, fella?
All right, Atari.
Stephen Lange says a big cup of pot noodles for you. Guess what me and Lindsay have been eating? Honestly, Mag, thank you very much, fella, for sending those over, because literally you fed us
Very
this
nice
evening.
they were too. Especially the chili one. It's got a little bit of a Balearic feel to it, without the rhythm.
Yes, I say, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Some of the sounds have got that sort of beachy Ibiza sound, do you know what I mean? But the rhythm itself is not. The rhythm is, I know what he's saying, the beat is a bit more techno. The sounds are a little bit housey, a little bit Balearic.
Like you said at the beginning, it's a very competent track. It's just not me, but it is good.
Yeah.
It's shuffle techno.
Shuffle.
You don't dance. You kind of shuffle to this.
Yeah.
And if that's your thing, that's your thing.
Yeah.
There was a lot of this at Glitch. So it's very, very big. There was thousands of people
and
there.
this is what I'm saying. It's not our thing.
Yeah.
It's extremely competent. It's got all the right sounds in it. Loads of people are going to love it.
Yeah. A little bit darker and it'd been up our street.
A little bit faster as well. and if it had an acid line, pounding beat.
It'd be a completely different track and we'd absolutely love it. Anyway, that was Marios. This is Graham Lee, I
I'm going to
believe.
give that an 8 because I can't fault it.
Yeah.
It's just not my thing. Oh, no.
Actually, last time if we went off YouTube, it worked. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I agree with Lindsay on that one. You can't give it less than an 8. It did what it needed to.
Yeah. And it's very commercially accessible.
Yes.
And that's not an insult.
And
a lot of people use the word commercial as an insult.
And it's not. No, not at all. And then the next track we have up, literally, is almost in the same fucking vein.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. Get sections anyway. Paul Seville says, loving all you do at the moment, Mike. Thank you very much. Keeping it real. We do try. We literally are from the gutter, trying to drag ourselves to the pavement. But, you know.
What do they say? You've got to aim for the stars and then you may clip the top of the trees.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
If you aim for the top of the trees, you ain't going to get your chin out of the mud.
Too true. Matt Rogers says, I love it. 9 from me. Paul Harris is watching. John Coffey, who I believe has just chucked a track into the thread, gives it a 7.9. Paul Seville gives it a 7. Paul, somebody else, I can't say your last name, gives it a 7.6. I'm on first name terms with you all, you know that, right? Anyway, this is Graham.
Completely useless. I can't remember anybody's name. Now, if I remember rightly, though, John Coffey's the one who does the pinstriping as well, isn't he? Is that right, John? You do the pinstriping as well?
Pinstriping?
Yeah, 50-star pinstriping. Stuff I do. You know, my sort of 50-star, yeah.
Oh, okay.
John's, but I could be completely wrong. That could be a completely random statement. Everyone's going to go, what's he on about now?
John, if that is you, please let us know.
You know what you were saying about if it was a little bit darker, we'd like it more?
Yeah. This is a bit darker.
This is a bit darker, but it's got the same rhythm as the last one.
Yeah.
And I like the vocals.
I like people who use their own voice because I am too nervous to do that and I shouldn't. I've done it once on a video and I need to do it again.
Yeah.
Haley says, I'd call it boring. Yeah, there's a time and a place, honey. I think the whole vibe of the show tonight is going to be quite low.
And then the next track's going to be breakcore.
Yeah.
Brilliant use of voice.
And video for the... I'm wondering if he recorded it on his phone or whether he's saying it afterwards, miming.
Possibly.
John Coffey says, I do.
Yes! Hey, I remembered something. I got it right.
So John Coffey does pinstriping and looks after little mouses. Matt Rogers says, this one's nice but not my thing. Yeah, I agree. But again, we hit high with the last one, giving it an 8. It's around about the same.
It's around about the same. It's got the same beat. It's got a different edge to it.
Darker.
The last one was definitely quite beachy.
Yeah.
This one's later in the evening, a little bit more
almost
tripped
feels
out.
dubby.
Yeah.
Almost feels dubby.
No, I know the influence you're talking about. And I really like the vocal.
Yeah, and I like the way you've done the video as well for it. Are you in your bathroom there, Graham, or what? Like the freaky camera work? Like the freaky camera work a lot. So again, straight up 8. If you like
up 8. And in fact, I'm going to give it an extra half for the confidence he's got to, one, use his own voice, and 2, stick himself in front of a camera while he's doing it.
Yeah, I agree with Lindsay.
So that's an 8.5 for that, simply because it takes a lot of
balls.
courage.
Yeah, courage,
to
balls,
do that.
cojones,
So
huevos, eggs, whatever. So if you like what Graham Lee does, hop over to, I'm sure he's got a Facebook, YouTube, fucking SoundCloud. I thought we'd broken again then. Anyway, this is One Step Challenge SSVG. There is a blurb. Hello clowns, maybe it's not techno, no acid, but enough hard from experimental 4/4. Music made on Core ESX, only per one step. Every sound was sampled from the iPad. Challenge was in a synthesizer group from Poland, okay. that machine there is an ESX. There's a sample box, so I'm guessing he's used like one hit to make the whole thing. I don't know. Sounds very Flash Gordon.
Very moody.
Yes. Matt Rogers said the video kind of turns me off. I'm guessing that was the last one.
Yeah.
John Coffey agreed with us and said, not my thing, but I'll give it an 8 anyway.
It is difficult because, you know, Jim was saying that if he doesn't like it, he basically he got 5 for content and 5 for how much he likes it.
Yeah.
I just try and put myself into the head of the person who would like that sort of music, which is actually quite difficult.
Yeah. Also, this was a challenge somewhere else, so it's not really a track, it's more like an art piece composition, I guess. It has potential. Seth Ogden's just joined the party, and so is Stuart Wilkinson's, and so is Pedro. Yeah, it's a very down tempo feeling to this one, I think. This URL. Oh, no, wrong one, that one. How long is the track? Only 240.
Everyone's exhausted after the festive season, that's what it is.
Honestly, my birthday on Sunday just ended 11 weeks of craziness, just doing shit.
That's it, you were on it, weren't you?
Yeah, look, every weekend, here, there, everywhere. It was mental.
Well, world tour next.
That will kill me. Not too sure how to mark that one. Tim KO gave it a 5.4.
I'm not going to mark it.
No.
It was on one box. It was a challenge rather than a track.
Yes.
Do more.
Yes, do more. It was a good base for a song. I'm not too sure we could mark it as a song. Nice little noodle. I'm not really too sure I understand what the challenge was.
Yeah, this
a whole
is it.
100%.
And that's why I'm not going to mark it, because we don't really understand the context.
I guess it's one hit per step. Okay.
Okay.
I was going to try and share it.
So this is Grunch?
No, oh, yeah, this is Worm by Verm. Track's called Grunch.
Track's called Grunch, okay.
Let's see if I can share.
Let's put my glasses on.
Again, this is Art Black, and Art Black produces more soundscapes than... The last one we really liked. It had really organic, drippy sounds to it.
Yeah, I remember. Vaguely. It all blends together after a while.
Yes. Life's one big review.
Yes. That's clever.
Sounds like it's tripping over it.
Yeah, and I like that. I don't like it when it's glitchy, but it repeats, so you can latch onto it.
Andre just says Mark. John Coffey says incomplete. Tim K says great start. Seth Ogden says industrial. Is that this one or that one?
This has got to be this one.
Yeah, I think it is. I think Seth Ogden and Art Black and Verm produce the same sort of thing, soundscapey kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Laura says there's a crazy clown with a knife coming towards you. I love this. Belongs in a film.
Yeah. It is. It's that soundscape thing. Yeah, you're right.
Oh my God, that's almost a beat from Art. Again, that's something to latch onto.
Yeah.
Rhythmical. I like what Art does, but it's you know, for me, it's never going to score like 9s and stuff. Well, you might. You never know, Art. You might.
Got his own style, there's no doubt.
Yes, 110%. I'm not afraid to do what he wants to do, you know?
No, 10 out of 10 for that.
Yeah. John Coffey says, think of this as an anime dark theme post-apocalyptic. Yeah, absolutely, it does.
That's it.
It has a cartoony vibe to it.
Yeah, it would go well with a manga video.
Oh, Andre's now snorting. Mario says, as an industrial music soundscape, 7.5. Yeah, I think I'm about with you there as well. I was going to go for like a very respectable 7. Yeah, Art, your stuff is warming on us, and I'm giving you a very respectable 7 there.
I just like the fact that it can't be put into a genre.
Yes. Oh, bugger, we've got a whole album
And,
here.
you know, at the end of the day, if it wasn't for people inventing new genres, we'd still be listening to rock and roll.
Yeah, yes. And you have a bit of a hatred for rock and roll. Oh, God damn it. I can't play Spotify stuff. Yeah, I can't play that. No, well, maybe we'll see if we can get that in next week's. Sorry, fella, I don't know who that was. Anyway, next up, the False Flag Document, Frack 9. 5-minute track, long intro, skipping it. Oh, hello. Kyla Ann says, Terminatrix trip. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Loving the 80s vibe already?
That's very 80s, isn't it? The reverse gate on the snare. That's got that sound.
You're talking foreign to me now. To do what or the what now? Yeah.
I just watched a documentary on the 80s sound, all right, recently, so I know what words to use. That's all it is. Does it sound like I know what I'm talking about? It's a really shortened snare sound.
Okay.
And it's got a strange build-up and then a decay. It's quite weird.
I hate doing that. For me, I like the snares that are really, really long.
But it's definitely 80s sound. That's the thing. Everybody used it in the 80s.
Seth, if you're quick, mate, you can get a track in for this evening. But you have to find the thread, which is a week old on my page. So good luck trawling through all the posts. Happy hunting if you see my anus. Don't be surprised.
God, it's so 80s.
Not keen on this bit?
I am, because it's in context. It's perfectly 80s. You know what it lacks? It lacks like mid-year on vocals. That's what, you know what I mean? It sounds like it should suddenly break into orchestral manoeuvres in the dark or something. Do you know what I mean?
Katie LaCriff says, loving the synth sound. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
it's lush.
Because it takes you back.
Mario says, it's a Yamaha DX7.
Yeah, what else for that sound?
Digital.
Yeah, I used to when I used to play the band going right back to the late 80s, we had a DX7.
No, really?
Yeah, and it was that sound. Yeah.
I've just got rid of my DX with Volca FM. I swapped it for a Beat Set Pro, so it's not all bad.
That's what I've been using as well around at Christmas when I'm doing
the Beat Step?
Yeah, Beat Step.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm doing a Beat Step.
I've got to get my head around that. Plus, I've got to get my head around the ESX and the E2. Joy. Fun
We
time.
use it purely to create bits that we then import into Ableton. No, he's using Cubase.
Oh, okay.
Or is it Reason? I haven't got a clue. it's a computer, okay? It's all a big blank to me.
Matt Rogers says it needs Vangelis.
Yeah, it does.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I agree. It's in context. It's just a bit messy for me. John Coffey's giving it 7.5. Tim KO has given it 7.1.
Find somebody who can do vocals. Because if you can write a vocal track that goes over the top of this, it's perfect 80s. Do you really want to achieve that? I don't know.
Not enough of those vocals. There was a tiny little vocal in there.
Was there?
Yeah.
Well, I missed it because I was rabbiting. Oh well.
Let's go back.
No, you were fine.
Yeah, it's literally just there. Or is it there? Here you go.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. See? Tiny little bit of vocal.
Sorry, I was talking and I missed it. More of those vocals.
That's exactly what it means.
And the interesting thing is, those vocals actually lift it outside of the 80s sort of environment and make it something a bit more different because they're not the reverby, clarity type vocals that they were using back then. It's quite a heavily distorted vocal.
Yeah, I like the vocal. Like Lindsay said, I would like to see more of it, but it's a strong 8. It's good, well...
7.5 from me.
Yeah.
7.5, yeah. Mark it slightly down, so more vocal.
More vocal. I liked it. Next up, DJ Jones. So I think we're within the realms of techno here. 7-minute long track. Why am I not surprised? Paying for the sound. If you like what DJ Jones does, pop over to his Bandcamp and give him a pound for the sound. Is there a volume on here? I don't think there is.
That whistle
is a bit high pitched.
It's a bit high pitched, but it would mean that anybody who knows this track, they hear that whistle, they know what's coming. That's a good thing. If you've got an intro to a track that is immediately recognisable.
Yeah, I knew it'd be within the realms of. Kato Quiff from the last track says nice. 9 space guns needs a little bit of tidying up. Yes, absolutely agreed. Owen Offset is in the building. Whoa.
Some of those really high frequencies need to be clipped a little bit. A bit too intense for me. Yeah. That one.
Just fuzzying up a little bit. Mark Don gives the last one an 8. Matt Rogers says DJ Jones likes his whistle. He did that to my track that he remixed too. I do find that producers tend to have a stock of samples or whatever or noises that they will run to. Yeah. Tim K says the bass drum is nice. Matt Rogers also says no hate Jones, just mention it, that's all. We'll have no fighting here, this is a local show for local people. Spread all over the world.
Spread all over the world. Techno locals.
Techno family, bitches. Yes, I agree, it could be EQ'd a little bit.
That noise. Okay. And it's when it first comes in, it's just a little bit too high in the mix.
Jens, thank you very much.
Do you know the weird thing? Maybe it's the influence of the last track, but there's elements of this that also sound 80s.
Probably because we've just listened to it, but no, I understand where you're coming from.
That synth.
Yeah.
That sound has got a sort of, I don't know, it's got an 80s feel to it.
Tim K says this is the first one that gets me shaking. That is because it's got pace. It's more something that we can get our teeth into. We understand it.
Because we're shallow.
Lindsay said it. Lindsay said it. I might have agreed with it. Kinda says prefer deeper, spacey sounds. Yes, I agree. It's a good track from you, fella. It's not my favourite one you've ever done, so I'm going to give you a strong 7. John Coffey gave us a 7.6, so we're around about in the same sort of places.
It's mid-7s for me as well. Maybe slightly higher, because it's techno. And as much as I try and put myself into a sort of neutral space where I like all genres, except breakcore.
Sometimes you can. Okay, this is titled Cuff Girl. I guess the
Growl.
Oh, yeah. I shouldn't be in charge of anything. Kerry Hunter is in the place.
That's why we need an enormous telly, so I can read the things.
Kerry Hunter, you've just had our black track on the show, and although we gave it 7s, we liked it. We liked our stuff. I think the fact that he's getting 7s is more personal choice from us, but the fact that he's still getting 7s is a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to knock this on a bit.
It's going to get frantic.
I think so. Oh, hello. Woo! Show you all who this is. Cuff. Well, it's got our attention. What's it going to do now?
structural point of view, it's really efficient. Use that word again. It's my word of the night, efficient. But lacks some solidity at the lower end.
It's a really odd collection of noises.
It is, yeah. And that's what I'm saying about the rhythmic structure is really good, but the collection of noises is just odd. And that's not a criticism.
Weird track.
Yeah, weird track. This is an album track. This is that one track in the middle of an album where all the other tracks are more accessible, and this one throws you completely.
Have you seen the pictures?
Yeah.
I mean, this guy doesn't take things too seriously, I don't think. Who is this originally? Chris Cuff. That's all we're going with. Chris Cuff.
This is another one of those I'm not conforming to any genre types. And again, I can't criticise that.
Owen, what the fuck is this?
Exactly, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Tim KO, I agree with you. Started promising, needs more now though. Yeah, I agree. John Coffey says I like this.
See what I mean? But it needs some more solidity at the lower end. Something to sort of, I don't know. Something going woom, 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 woom.
Remember, we're not getting full frequencies off that shitty little thing.
No, I know we're not, but we'd hear something.
I like what he's done, I just don't like the noises he's used. Darren Wong, yo! Tim Ko's giving it a 4. Kinda says it's confusing my brain. Sounds like a 5-year-old playing on a drumming app. Harsh.
I like it.
I want to like it.
That's the whole point.
I want to like it.
Yeah.
Go on, let's quantify it by a useless number.
Yeah, a useless number. God only knows. It's again, it's a new genre. It's a 6.8 because I think the rhythmic structure was really, really complicated.
Wow, 6.8.
Yes.
Okay.
I wanted to give it a 7, but I'm taking that 0.2 off because I think it needs a thrumming bass to tie it all together. Otherwise, people were saying it's messing up with my brain. Do you know what I mean? If it had a woom, 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 woom in the background. But again, it's personal taste, isn't it? You may absolutely hate bass, all I know.
If you used completely different noises to make that track up, it would have sounded completely different, more accessible. It sounded like you literally used
almost deliberately
bad noises.
Yeah. Which again is like, oh, that's interesting.
Owen says 10 for fucking my brain, trying to understand what that was. Totally agree with you. Tim KO says, who cares about structure? And Peter gives it a 5.5. This is nice. Psychedelic jazz.
Nice to hear a bit of live instrument for a change, you know?
Stanley
I don't like
Pierce.
it. It's nice to hear it. I don't. I've got so used to digital sound that live instruments sound broken to me. But
no, I understand what you're
I
saying.
can push myself back and appreciate it.
Soulful is what it sounds. This is called Explosions Everywhere, Sack Something Bracket Studio. 6 months old and it only has 109 views.
Alright, surprised.
Yeah, so am I. Mario says this is some funky noodling, and I agree. Dad says I have sausage, not quite.
Cheese and broccoli?
Cheese and broccoli.
Cheese and broccoli.
Dad says Mark's a cunt, and you'd be right. Owen says so good with weed. I absolutely 100% agree with you, Owen.
Don't like this bit.
No, it's a bit messy.
I need a big necklace with like a big pendant on there, a bit of going. Nice. It's jazz. It's quite structured for jazz, but, you know, it's not random jazz.
Bloody good. I'm going to say it. What win?
No.
Technically proficient.
However, again, it's got better again. And
it's your 3 minutes.
yeah,
It's sat in a smoky bar, pub type thing. They're playing away, and you're sat with somebody you like, and it's all going well. And that's what that reminds me of.
yeah,
Sexy
Basement
eight.
Club. Basement Club music, which I hate. And that's why I'm not going to mark it. But
Oh, really?
yeah, I'm not going to mark it because I just don't like that sort of music. But I can see that whoever was playing those instruments really knew what they were doing. However, whoever was recording it didn't have the right kit because it wasn't working particularly well. There was a lot of clashing sounds, and
I think it was a live jam. I think it was a live jam.
Well, it said studio.
Oh, yeah, it did.
See? And my other argument is this: the saxophone was about 1/10 of a tone out with everything else.
God, really?
It's just very fractionally out. You can't tune a saxophone, so everything else would have had to be tuned to it.
Oh my God, Tim gave it a 5.3. That's bad. Is it jazz? Lots of ska undertones in there. It's almost trying to be dub at 0.6. Well, that's a good thing from a track. If it references a few different pieces and you know, puts it together all in one. Anyway, listen to Logie Bearsby. I marked it. Lindsay didn't want to mark it. You got kind of low scores.
I'm going to say it again. Sounds a bit 80s.
Again, a shout out seems to follow some sort of
Brilliant.
yeah, like the first half is going to sound like this. Second half is going to sound like this.
Completely different. This sounds like The Cure.
Oh, hello. What I like about Logie is you see those two mixers in front of him. I will point them out to you right now. Those two mixers there. They are loop mixers.
Right.
As far as I know, he's not using MIDI in any way. He must be actually. But then literally he's playing the tracks in and then recording it as a loop. So it's a massive loop jam. So I've got much respect for Logie for doing it that way.
God, yeah.
David Holland says, a moose once. Is this a Canadian thing? Tim, we go to whatever scale you like. If you think it's fucking amazing, you can give it 4 billion dildos if you really want.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, the scores are absolutely meaningless.
Yep.
We're here so people can showcase what
the
they
tracks.
do.
I love what Logie does. I really do.
Occasionally, when we feel that we've actually got something to offer, we'll make a suggestion. The scores, I don't even know why we bother, to be perfectly honest. It's just more like a tradition, isn't it?
Otherwise, it's just yeah, I like that track.
Yeah, that's it.
And then move on to it.
Yeah, it forces you to somehow put it into a...
Quantify.
It gives it a quantity.
Not my favourite track from Logie.
There's been several 80s style tracks played so far, or tracks with an 80s synth sound to them.
Logie does it so well.
Yeah, I mean that was brilliant.
Do you want to give it a number?
No, because it was a noodle. I mean, if I was going to give it a proficiency noodle, I'd give it like 8.
I totally agree with you. It sounded more like a noodle than an actual track.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to mark you up, Logie. I'm going to give you like a 707 on that one. Good. Synth lines were nice. I admire what you do because you do it in a loop way. Good track, Logie. Not the best you know. Some of your tracks are beautiful. Sound like Blur. Sound like 80s, The Cure.
Well, that one sounded like The Cure.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say is we've had several tracks now that sound like 80s music without the vocals.
Yes.
And let's face it, what made those tracks really was the vocals. So I think the tracks are sounding, they've got an 80s feel to them, but it's like...
The icing on the cake is not there.
Yeah, that's it. And I don't even like vocals. Unless it's shouty vocals in an acid techno track.
Amy Buffum says, I've got mega stinky farts tonight. Thank you for that, Amy.
Thank you.
You obviously inherited that off of me, because that's what I've had for the past couple of days.
I had gypsy stew. That contains an awful lot of boiled cabbage.
Oh dear.
So it's a good thing I'll live alone.
I think we're getting scores in for the last one. Graham Lee gave it an 8, Peter gave it an 8, Tim gave it a 6.5, and you're listening to Timbo as we speak. Tim KO, this is you. Lovely, lovely track, mate, lovely track.
It sounds 80s,
yeah.
What is it? It's like a psychic wave goes out from everybody. Do you know, I'm going to make a... Hello?
I thought you might have forgotten a very important thing. I did. Check it out, we've got an extra guest on the show. Shit, that means I've got to find somewhere for her to sit and everything.
I'm very well, thank you. I'm a vegetarian thing.
You might want to get in contact with Jim as well. You just might want to get in contact with Jim.
No. Do you want a microphone? Yeah. Oh, excuse me, people, I'll be back.
What is this psychic 80s wave that's going out at the moment? It's like one person says, I'm going to make a track, and oh, it sounds a bit 80s, and this psychic wave goes out and affects everybody else, and they start producing 80s stuff.
I thought that saxophone track was lush.
I thought you'd like it.
Oh, now we've got to make space and everything.
So, you need a seat.
Where's the stool?
Over there. Right, let me move things. That synth line, nice little melody, the high-pitched synth line, but could do with being a little bit more twiddly. That would bring me, yeah, because it was just bit. It needs to be biddly bit. Do you know what I mean? So hard to describe these things sometimes.
Personal choice, isn't it?
I'd have liked to have heard a little bit more intricacy in the lead line, put it that way. Right, so let's suits you. You've got the right shape for it. It made me look really chubby chopped when I did it to myself. It just didn't work at all.
It makes me look chubby chops.
No, actually, I thought it made your face look a little bit longer and thinner, but anyway. More elegant.
Amy, you should be in. Oh, we froze on the fucking camera again. Oh, man!
Sake.
That's very good.
I don't think anyone's got a kind of special brew build. Hello, Owen.
I think it's every natural way through them. They're very nice. But then again, so was the chili pot noodle.
I'm getting fucking good at this. That's not the one we want. That's the one.
Well, you should be after 100 shows.
95! 95 shows, bitches! Welcome to the party, Amy the Buff Buffum! Woo-hoo! Who's just travelled 2 hours because she thought something.
Very annoying.
Hilarious.
It's like
excellent.
You know what I mean?
Right, well, Amy's in the building. Sadly, she's not had some confidence juice, but she should be funny. She usually is. Tim, you had a massive fucking portion of your track play. That was 5 long minutes of that track.
That was.
5 short minutes, 5 long minutes.
5 long minutes.
Yeah.
Go on, Linz, give it some sort of score.
I thought that the
My little one's been
piercing.
invited to
Oh
a school
God,
20th
adverts.
birthday party next weekend.
Nope.
I thought that the piercing synthesizer sound was a little bit too high in the mix and was a little bit too ponderous. If it had a little bit more twiddles in it and it was taken down in the mix, the track would have been more pleasant. Again, I can't fault it for structure. That interval, the sort of break point that you had about 3/4 of the way into it, and the way that the music came back in, that was brilliant. That was a really well-timed breakdown, however short it was. But the overwhelming, piercing sound of that synthesizer began to get irritating after a while. That would be my criticism. So for that, I'm going to mark it down and give it a 6.5. Not that that means anything at all. There we go.
Right, well, I was deep in the land of confusion, trying to set up mics and all kinds of things. But what I liked from it, it sounded very much to me like a digitalism track. I like where it was going, very electro.
Very 80s.
Very 80s. I kind of like that though. We were at Drumfest Malta for Owen's thing, and that Dr. Lecturer played a digitalism set, and I went bonkers. So yeah, I really, really like that. So it's an 8 for me. Amy, do you want to give us some marks, or are you not in the building?
7, yeah, it's alright. I'd give that saxophone a 10 though.
Really?
Owen says about Lindsay, man, this woman knows what she is saying. Always like what she has to say after the tracks.
Excellent.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, you've dyed your hair again?
No. No, I just haven't washed it for 2 weeks.
That'll do it.
So it's quite shiny at the moment, do you know what I mean?
Okay, so you are listening to Johnny T, which is Johnny Atterbury, and this is the guy who teams up with Leaf a lot to do crazy ass tracks, and those two are making some beautiful music at the moment. This is Johnny T on his own.
I would not describe this as acid techno.
No.
But it's got a nice techno vibe to it. This is quite mellow techno.
Yes.
It's quite fast. It's not your 128 beats per minute Berlin style of techno.
Doesn't say.
There's a new genre in Europe called fast techno. Okay. Which is 140 BPM. Which,
That's not
as far as I'm concerned, that ain't fast.
Ain't fast.
This sounds like it. This sounds like fast techno. It's not that hard. It's not that heavy. But it's got quite a shuffle. Do you know what I mean?
Mark Anthony Nils just joined the party. Andrew Morrison has just joined the party, and Lodi Bearsby, you have missed your track by literally 2 tracks. Went down really well. Not the best thing we've heard from you, but went down really, really well. What was I going to turn to Amy and say?
That was the loopy one, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
What are you going to say? I love you.
I mean, I can.
I love you, princess.
I can. I love you, princess.
Oh, it's nice.
Michael says, "Oh, now we're in the 90s." Yeah.
No, we're not. This is 2019.
You're living in the past.
Most of us are, yeah. Hey, Logie, don't ever worry about being late, mate. Like I say, your track went down really, really well. We love what you do.
If you did a spoonerism of Logie's name, he'd be Bogey Lesby.
Is that true?
Yes.
Boogie Laresby.
Words of wisdom there. Words of wisdom.
And this is why we love Amy Buffum on the show. I'm so desperately trying to get her to do her own show, but she won't have it. That's all.
The Amy show would involve a lot of cats.
Yes, it would.
And saxophone solos.
Amy, that's a brilliant segment. Cats I met this week. John, not what I expected from you. A little bit lower.
It's good.
It's
got a lot of drive to it. Could do with a hook. Just something that makes it stand out, makes it memorable.
Wondering if we're going to get a honking acid line in this crazy looking bit here. But you've had 3 minutes already, John.
I mean, there is a...
Oh, I'm so sorry. My farts are so stinky.
Oh, is that what you warned us when you came, when you...
Yeah. I have a cigarette to mask the smell.
I really like this.
I desperately want to say it.
Go on. Aggressively.
Late 80s, early 90s Hawkwind. Yeah. that slightly distorted guitar in the background, but the
That's a
driving
three, I think.
synthesizer sound. But it sounds like a distorted
yeah,
guitar,
yeah,
which
yeah,
is what 303 can sound like. Bow, 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 bow.
Yes, yeah, very much so.
Like a distorted rhythm guitar.
Yes.
Gives it that. The music's sort of slanted and falling over itself to catch up all the time, which gives you a real sort of drive. It's not particularly exciting, but it's got quite a drive to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with everything Lindsay says. I think Lindsay should just host the show. In fact, fuck it, I'm off. Lindsay and Amy are here. I'll see you later. I agree with everything Lindsay says. I'm giving it a 707. It was a nice track. Could do with a little bit more. It wasn't as exciting as we would have first hoped. That worked?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was. It was a roller.
Yes, yes. Amy, anything?
Well, I liked it, but I like cats better.
There you go.
Peter Varner says this show is already Amy's show, no?
Yes, it is.
And Katie McQuiff says Amy's animals I've touched this week.
Yes! Love that segment idea.
I've touched this week. Superb.
We should so make this happen. You're going to see a raccoon pretty soon, aren't you?
Yes, on the 5th of October, I believe.
So we'd
Yeah,
like a
Captain.
full report from touching a raccoon, if you don't mind.
I can see an Amy YouTube channel.
Yeah, so can I.
Touched.
I think I'm really, really loud. I don't know about. Weird little tune. This is Distance Research. Vostok Around the Clock. Interesting name. Very, very, very quiet and 8 minutes long.
And very minimalist at the moment. And it
Very,
doesn't look like it's going to
very,
change for a while.
very.
Stuart Watkins says, I've got a stalker. Keeps saying he loves me. Won't reciprocate by sharing pictures though. Think he doesn't understand the concept of I'll show you mine if you show me yours. I told him, your dinner's in the dog, bastard.
I love the random stuff.
Again.
This sounds like it's got sort of a Daft Punk influence to it.
See, now I wouldn't agree because Daft Punk to me are screaming acid lines, like really raw music. This more reminds me of Kraftwerk.
I would say this is the commercial end of Daft Punk.
That's where I lost interest in them.
Yeah,
completely.
that's
Two
what I mean.
albums go away.
It reminds me of young Ronan Keating.
I don't think you're telling the truth there.
It's
I'm
very
a complete
plain.
Philistine, but I'm a bit bored.
Yes. 2 minutes in, ambient has to be
Can we
really
roll it
good
on
for
a bit?
us.
Because there's some interesting bits at the end.
Any particular bit you want to go to?
There.
There we go.
Well, at least it's doing more now.
It has taken us 4 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
Jennifer Stevens has joined the party. How is it, Jennifer, this evening?
I am sure there's people out there who actually like this minimalism. And I'm not one of them. Sorry.
Yes, what was the giggle?
Nothing. Bill Dodd says the guitar is too low.
Is there a guitar in there?
Unless he was talking about the last track of my comment.
Stuart Wilkinson says, next. Astrid Sherman gives it a 5. Like the vocal synth. Is there vocals in there, people? Owen says, track is still empty. Yes, it is. Jennifer says, hi.
I mean, that really echoey, plinky plonky sound gives it a feeling of emptiness.
Yes.
Which is, I would imagine, is the effect that they're trying to achieve.
It sounds like it was recorded in the bath.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, but Art's track did this very, very well the other week. He had drippy sounds, but they were really fucking organic. There's nothing. Not sure I like this tune. Matt Rogers is giving it 6.7. I think you're being very generous, my friend. Amy, give it a score.
6.
It's really difficult for me to score this because I really don't like it.
Yeah, I agree. Are you abstaining or are you
No,
going to
I don't think people should be
God.
allowed to abstain.
You think people should have to score?
Well, it's like Jim's in the room.
I don't like being unkind.
I think there are times when it because otherwise you're giving it like a 3 just on personal taste.
Yeah,
you know?
that's it.
And that's wrong to give it a 3. I mean, on personal taste, I suppose we could give 2 scores. On personal taste, it probably is around about a 4 for me. For the track,
Okay. I'm going to say something else that I've said before as well. If that had a vocal, Do you know what I mean? If that was the backing to an interesting vocal,
then
like
it
would have worked.
sunscreen or something.
Exactly, yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But that's what it felt like half the track. It felt like the backing track to a complete track.
Michael says it needs a trumpet.
Oh, yeah. A trumpet over that would have worked really well.
I used to play trumpet. I don't like trumpet.
No trumpet!
No trumpets.
trumpets.
Trumpets are banned.
Dear. Really
Trumpets and banjos. Banned.
hate it, and saxophones and instruments.
Yeah, that's it, basically. This is what I was saying earlier. I've become so used to the digital clarity.
Yeah.
Even when it's made really dirty, it's still got that perfection to it. But when I listen to a live instrument, even a really proficient player of a live instrument sounds like an amateur compared to a computer. I am a robot.
So Lindsay can't wait for the robots to take over.
This is it. I, for one, welcome our robot overlords.
Owen says, needs more cowbell, Bear White. I don't think Bear's watching. He's probably out driving. Because he likes driving.
Yeah, loves to drive on a Tuesday.
Tuesday, he loves it, But yeah, you're right, it needs more cowbell.
How many times have I said this needs vocals tonight?
Like a lot.
And I don't even like vocals.
Why don't you sing a little tune to it now?
Sunshine and lollipops and rainbows.
No, you don't like that song.
What? Okay.
You see, this is also quite empty and minimal, but it's got more of a drive to it.
It's a bit slow.
It's a bit slow. Well, actually, it's not a bit slow. That's about 128, 130.
Oh, yeah.
That's not that slow.
That is slow. That is slow, trust me.
Mark likes it
130
fast.
BPM.
Hard and fast.
Well, you know me, I like 150.
Yeah.
But I could dance to this.
Yes.
When that beat comes in, you know, the kick with that closed hi-hat sound, that's got a drive to it. However simple the track is.
This is Rob McAdam.
And there's a doubling on the...
Sure?
No, it's not. There's another drum sound in there that I thought was doubling on the kick drum, but it's not. It's a separate drum sound.
Aaron Courts has joined the party. How's it going, Aaron? Hope the little dub delay that you've got working on is working out nicely for you at the moment.
Matt Rogers says, Elon Musk wants to chat with you about them robot overlords, fam, Lindsay.
Elon Musk. Be the first Elon of Mars, I can guarantee it. Give it about 20 years. So this is not a lot different to the last one in terms of number of things going on.
Yes.
And yet it works better.
Boring.
I like the little man sounds.
By any means, all I'm saying is it's better.
Again, little girl.
I like the little man sounds.
Little man sounds.
Yeah, there was a man singing it just a second ago.
There was vocals.
I missed it. Jesus, Stuart, walk away, mate, walk away. My stalker might be a policewoman. Walk away. Don't play with that, you'll get burned. That fire is not worth fucking setting, and you'll honestly walk away now.
Well, Mark had sex with a policewoman once. What went wrong?
Did I?
Yes.
Well, I'm not sure I had sex with a policewoman, but we went to 4 bars that night. I remember one. I woke up hugging a policewoman's jacket, and there was nobody in the bed with me.
Where was the policewoman?
Really don't know.
Ooh, did you murder her? That's why he's telling you to get out, in case you murder her.
I got up, I collected my things, which shouldn't have been in a policewoman's house, and got out of there. Their Rottweiler decided to chew the things that shouldn't be in this policewoman's house. Oh my lord. I ran away like you've never seen anybody run away in your life. I don't drink, man. It was horrific. We were stood around the bar and somebody pointed at the policeman and pussies, and then literally they all whopped out their badges, and I'm like, oh fuck! Anyway, so that's my horror story. Yep.
Hello, Sarah Mansfield.
Hello, Sarah!
Sarah! Please come to the 100th show, Sarah.
It'll be chaos.
It will be absolute chaos.
But you can bring the caravan, and then you and Sarah can sleep outside, and that means you can enjoy the party.
Yeah, that's true.
Nothing wrong with that track at all. Produced nicely. Everything seemed to be where it needed to be, but it's a flat 6 from me. Did not touch me in the groinal area at all.
God, it's not all about your groinal area.
It's all about my fucking groinal area.
The whole point of this show.
Yes.
This is just what's the word? It's a penis substitute. I want it to be as big as possible.
It's some sort of masturbation. Go on.
That last track, as I said, I'm going to repeat myself again, but I'm going to be really boring. It's very similar to the previous track, but whereas the previous track didn't excite me at all, that one actually got me a little bit. So I am going to mark it
groinal
because
area?
I quite liked it. Intellectually. So I'm actually going to give it a 7. I quite liked it. It was mellow, but it had a drive.
Yeah, it was just a flat 6. It didn't grab me and say, anyway, this is Matt Rogers, Lost Preacher. Check it out. His production skills have gotten better and better over the past couple of months. Oh, savage, my friend,
A
savage.
little more interesting, isn't it?
I love the way he's filtered it down. You can tell that it wants to let loose and really, he's filtered it down. Lovely track, Matt. Good intro, like it.
Bubbling sounds going on, deep bubbles.
Oh, Matt's very into his psytrance. Very into his psytrance.
There we go, you see.
Sarah Mansfield has just shared the stream.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Sarah!
Oh, I say so.
Yeah, it's dirty, isn't it?
Yeah, it's dirty, but I see what you mean about the psytrance sort of vibe. You could drop this in a psytrance set and I'd be throwing myself around like crazy, absolutely loving it. And yet it wouldn't be too out of character.
Oh, I'm going to fart, people. I'm really sorry.
Oh, Lindsay, you're just in the middle of 2 trumpets.
Well, we did say we wanted some trumpet in a previous track, didn't we? I've got 2 of them here. Got a trumpet duet going on.
Oh, guess what he's called it as well?
What?
He's called it the Boomtick Stomp. Believe this is possibly
Ooh la la!
La on Matt's album. Matt, this is epically good. Stuart Wilkinson says, play something I can smash my flat up to. No, just walk away, find a different stalker.
It's quite rare that we find something that we all really enjoy.
Whoa!
Yeah, but it's got elements from a lot of genres. Techno, psytrance, that cheesier vocal over the top of it, so it appeals to a lot of people. I like it, Matt, you're doing really well. I want to give you a 9 on it.
It's pounding, it's got filth.
Yeah, it's got filth in spadefuls.
And it's got loads of layers.
Just want to see where it goes. Okay. For those who don't know, Boomtick Records teams up with the URL, and Terry at Boomtick has signed something near 50 artists, and there's literally an album coming out every other fucking week. It's ridiculous. Check out Boomtick Records.
And for those who don't know as well, the reason that track glitched was not because the track glitched, it's because Mark's moved it on without actually telling anybody. He does this, and we've had people say, oh, I don't like the way that track glitched before, and it was in.
Mario Sneaker says a solid 8.5. Michael
I agree.
Egner but says best song so far this evening. Peter Varney gives it a 9. Richard Lambo says 8 from me. Like it.
It's a 9 from me. This is one of the best tracks I've heard for a long time.
It's good. It's got attitude and bite.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be more coming from that is going to be even better.
See? Glitch.
Yeah, that's me just flicking it on.
Needs to tell people. He really does.
That's just me flicking it on. Yeah, Matt, top track. I'm going to give you 9.
Yeah.
Simply because you're a couple of weeks ago you were struggling with mud and structure in tracks, and now you've hit it just fucking bang on.
With one tiny criticism.
Go.
Some of those heavily grunged up sounds were interfering with the bubbly sound, and you got a little bit of a sort of sound. It was not clipping, clicking, transients, innit? Where you've got 2 frequencies that hit the same point and you just get a spike at that particular frequency because, you know what I mean? It was only in some of the more heavily filthed up parts. But it was only very, very slight. But on a big rig, that could be, that would hit your ears.
I would give it a 10.
Yeah, it's a 9 from me, Matt. I think
I'm only giving it
good scores all across the board.
If it wasn't for those transients, I'd have given it a 10. Because I really liked it.
Well, I'm trying to play you Dark Rusts.
That would have made me do my angry armour-plated teddy bear dance. Just a new one I've discovered.
For some reason, this just does not want to play.
I feel like a Pokemon. Like the armour-plated Pokemon, the one that's sort of like riveted all over. But imagine that as a teddy bear.
It's a Squirtle.
I think so, yeah.
Squirtle.
No, Squirtle's a turtle.
Squirtle.
Okay, Dark Rust, your track does not want to play. It refuses to play. I am trying my hardest to get it to play, and it's not wanting to do it. Really sorry. If we can sort it out next week, we will.
He's lying. He could play it. Just doesn't want to.
That's not the case. I even went and looked for it out of the stream. Shut up, you. Anyway, Angelo Del Rey coming off.
Against you?
Coming up. This is on Bandcamp. Soft Voices Die by Aquiles. Aqules. Aquiles.
Can't quite see
Yeah,
because
it's tiny,
I'm blind.
Well, let's let the people decide what it says. There you go.
Yeah.
I was going to say, well,
Ooh.
it's got a very Portishead feel to it already.
Doesn't it? Yeah. It's that lo-fi sound.
Apparently that dude made a lot of their loops and stuff by literally splicing tape, like crazy bits of tape.
Yeah.
And that's why the first album sounds nothing like the rest of the albums that they do, because it is made in a completely special way. And this has this very Portishead vibe to it.
It makes me want to have sex.
Dominic, that last track was by Matt Rogers, who is the Lost Preacher, and it literally hairs on the back of my neck stood up for that one.
Yeah.
This is just beautiful.
It is.
This is sat round after the after party, when all the noisy music's been played, and you're just kind of sitting there, sun's coming up.
You wonder how you're still alive.
Yes. And you're thinking to yourself, is that distortion deliberate, or is it? Are my ears fucked?
Yeah.
Michael says, welcome back to the 80s. I don't think it does sound 80s. It's got that do-do-do-do, which does sound a little
This doesn't
80s,
sound
but the
80s.
rest, this is just, it sounds lush.
It's got definite Portishead and definite Burial.
Burial?
influences. Burial. I've mentioned Burial before.
Okay.
Uses the same principle that Portishead did, but
Slicing
sound.
tape together, okay.
I don't know whether that's how he makes it, but it sounds like very, very similar. But it's a lot darker.
Richard says, dreamy. Owen says, weed track, love it.
Yep. It's got a dark vibe to it. I like it. I like it.
That's why I'm saying Burial.
Again, could do with some woman's vocals over the top of it. Beth was great at what she did, at, like whining down a microphone. And if you listen to some of her later albums, she whines very well.
It's a woman's vocal coming in.
There we go.
It's been there for a little while.
Has it?
Yeah.
You're just deaf.
I am deaf. I can't hear certain frequencies. I'd like to see more of that vocal. I'm giving you an 8 anyway, 8.5. Good track.
Well, I'd like to hear more of it. I don't know about seeing more of it.
I guarantee there's an album somewhere.
He's not sharp.
I missed that, thankfully. If you like what you hear, £1 for the same, go over to Bandcamp right now and give this artist Aquiles, A-Q-U-L-E-S, Aquiles. I'm not too sure how you pronounce that.
It's like it's missing an eye or something.
Yes. But I like that. Really good Portishead vibe to it.
It's more like Burial.
Again, I'm going to have to look into Burial because I do not know who that
Yeah,
was.
you say that, but you won't.
No, I think it will.
Well, did you last time she mentioned it?
No.
No.
He doesn't listen, does he?
Do you want to give it some marks?
I give it a 10.
Oh my god, good scores from the
It's
buff.
lush.
I'm giving it an 8.
Okay.
Okay.
Good scores all round.
It's quite tragic, the sound.
Yes, yes.
Do you know what I
Good
mean?
word,
It's-
good word.
It was a...
Oh, this is loud as fuck. Michael says 80s or not 80s, like this song. Yeah, very well made. Sounds a bit crispy.
Yeah.
Sounds like a robot singing.
Are you liking that?
Yeah. Pardon?
Are you liking that?
Yes, it's saying, I like cats. I like cats. I like cats.
Probably might be a bit loud in the studio. That says clown vibes.
I am a robot. I am a robot.
Yeah. needs to do something more for me.
That was good.
It's okay.
Got to bring in that sudden, very deep sound. And also very echoey sound, whereas the rest of the sounds are very dead.
Yes. Yeah. That's not processed. Weird.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Daztronic original. Now you're finished Daztronic.
It's another track where the sounds that have been used are just vaguely unpleasant.
Very much so.
Do you know what I mean? We had that one before that was messing with everybody's heads. But again, it's like, that's really clever the way it's put together.
I like it.
See what I mean? It's clever, but some of the sounds are like sort of anxious. Yeah, that's it. That's the word.
Peter's giving it a 7. And Stuart Wilkins says, Jesus Christ, I've only got 1 can of beer left.
Oh no!
That is a tragedy.
Tragedy!
Can't go wrong, things go wrong, tragedy.
What?
He was singing. I know it's not.
It's not my thing.
The slightly anxious feeling synth line would be great being used as an interval within a track that's a bit more, dare I say it, conventional. But all the way through, I don't know, not over keen on the sounds.
Simon Lewis says, yo, Munters, yo! It's a weird one. Do you want to put a useless number on it?
It's hard. 6.5.
I think I'm somewhere around there as well.
Yeah. Again, nice structure, strange sounds that were slightly anxiety-inducing and a bit unpleasant. But it was really nice.
It's a good thing.
It is, but that's what I'm saying. As a counterpoint, maybe a more gentle. I say gentle. No, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Weird track.
Weird track. Got me thinking. Got me sort of. No.
Well, now I've got to say something about it. Amy.
I give it 7. I really liked it.
Really?
But then I was imagining like a little robot walking around doing the housework, singing to himself.
That's what weirdly enough, I imagined it was what a robot would be singing to themselves because they were happy doing the hoovering. Do you know what I mean? So, no, that's interesting. So it had an effect. It had a similar effect on me. Good on you. There we go.
Marios gave it a 7, and Graham Lee says, struggling with the delay all the way through, 7. And I'm hoping that if these two carry on talking, I won't need to mark it. we'll see. Anyway, here's something a little bit more up our street.
Again, it's that falling over itself. Roll it right. Roll, yeah.
Oh, Jim played such a good set last weekend. Was it last weekend?
What Jim was good?
Just fucking blistering and blinding. It was really good.
Oh, Sarah says, I can't comment for some reason.
You're not the only one, honey. We've been getting this a lot. And Facebook kicked us the other week. Make sure you're actually in the stream. Because if you like click into it, yeah. Aaron Court says too much digital on the last one. Yeah, I know what you mean. That digital sound is very crisp and very clear, and is around in everything at the moment. This kind of sounds analog-ish. Doesn't say what he's pre-farce. You guys can hear this guy. If you like it, go check him out.
It's proper techno.
Yeah, it's proper techno. Can't take that away from him. It's very quiet. Yeah, that reminds me of Old Cluster.
Yeah.
I'm not going to shut that up.
This is sort of squat party techno.
Yeah. Right up my street. Yeah. Delay's not in sync. That's because it's really fucking loud. I'm going to see if I can sort that. Whatever frequency it's on, it's being picked up by the mics really fucking well, and there's a delay. I need to address this. I completely forgot about it this morning. Well, this afternoon when we started. Amy, you've been very quiet. Be funny.
It's an order.
I can't do it on demand.
You must.
I'm not your fucking court jester.
Yes, you are. Dance, bitch, dance. There we go.
Happy robot doing the hoovering dance.
Yes, it did what it did, but I'd like to see a screaming acid line in there or something.
Yeah, I was going to say, it needs something else.
I mean, the bass of the track that you have, love it, got me stomping.
What is it? It's 4 minutes 30 something long.
And we've almost had 4
I would
minutes
be
of it,
quite
mate.
happy if it was 7 minutes long and had 3 minutes of this, then a minute or two of absolute mania, and then started to fade out again. Do you know what I mean?
Track's missing that. Other than that, it's a good track. I'm gonna give you a solid 8 for it.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna back you up on that. That's the same for me.
Anyway, well, that was Jane Harmon.
I'd have my head in the bass bins to that, put it that way.
Absolutely. Oh, it's a Google Drive. Well, we'll open that and then skip on to the next one. Oh, Amy's gonna love this one.
I'm guessing it's Herrick.
Nope.
Iapetus.
Yep.
Get it. Your favourite.
Oh yeah, this is really good. Is this actually the song?
Yeah, this is Iapetus.
Iapetus.
Yeah,
Iapetus.
I struggle so hard with this name.
You have to, the I is pronounced, it's Iapetus.
Iapetus.
Iapetus, it's Iapetus. Iapetus.
Do you know, I'm surprised.
Or Iapetus. Iapetus. It's a definite sort of syllabic split.
His stuff is really cheesy and commercial, and that's not what I
I
expected.
really like this, which annoys me. I've deleted him from Facebook anyway. I couldn't stand his trolling anymore.
This is beautiful. Really nice.
It's a bit too clean for me.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's not, from a personal taste point of view, I wouldn't seek this sort of music out, but I wouldn't turn it off either. And from a technical point of view, it's perfect. And it's commercially right on point.
I've invited VK to the special.
Oh, excellent, cool. Not going to win marks for me. It really is too much on the light side. Simon says Adifa and mustaches, and Owen says no.
Simon says mustaches. Are we playing a game?
Yeah, show the people my ass.
Simon says mustaches.
Someone was trying to convince me the other day that the Hitler moustache should make a comeback.
Yeah, why don't you do it?
I really don't think.
Who was trying to convince you of this?
Remember.
Why not have a reverse? Well,
this is it. Just a little pimp tash around here. I can do this. I don't mind.
About this song, it should have done something different. It's just done this the whole way through, and
Yes, yeah, I agree
it's
with
terrible.
You said it was lovely.
Yeah, I liked it at first, but it didn't do anything else. It's just this, and it's.
The other thing that surprised me about it is that the hook, which is that vocal, came in right at the very
beginning,
start.
yeah, and it's just gone on
You could have stretched that out for quite a while, and then brought it in.
Oh my God, Rich has given it more pop than I like, but still sounds great. 8.5.
I'm actually going to back him up on that.
Really?
Yeah, it's really commercial. It's really poppy.
It's horrendously.
Technically, it's really good.
Does anyone know what the song is, or is is this his song?
What were the vocals are original? That's something you'd have to ask him.
Well, I can't because I deleted him because I just cannot talk to him anymore.
Okay, it's not for me. It's ridiculously cheesy. It's very, very commercial.
Oh, it's -5 from Mark.
Okay, Amy's putting words into my mouth. Amongst other things. I've got to stop leaning over like that.
I liked it.
Go on then.
8.5 for me.
8.5?
Yeah, it's an 8.5. My only criticism really is the fact that the vocals came in too early. He overused the hook. You should have kept us a bit more hungry.
Yes. Yeah, it was the same thing, just rolling. I mean, it was done well. It was produced nicely, you know. Could do with a bit more mastering to bring it up. Oh dear. It's like a 16-year-old student party with boys trying to get laid for the night.
Yeah.
Owen, brilliant analogy, my friend.
I 100% agree with you, Owen. It's the sort of music that's played at places where the lights are turned on and everybody's holding their mobile phones up.
Yes. But that sells so well, so...
Exactly. And that's why I'm giving it an 8.5, because in that particular environment, can't fault it.
No. Okay.
But I don't like that sort of music. But see, I'm putting myself into the head of people who would. This is odd.
Long fucking intro.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
Easy then. This is the bad, worst yet. I need the old Blade Runner. I need your magic.
Okay. Of course, like, this is all we've got to go on. We've just got a blank fucking screen.
Yeah.
You sent me a Google Drive, no information about it whatsoever at all.
It's got a sort of
Need your magic.
dubstep breakbeat feel to it. I don't know how you describe it. It's like got
I need the
elements of
old
the
Blade
pop.
Runner.
And it's got samples from the original Blade Runner film, which always gets good vibes from me.
Need your magic.
Is it? Your ears are better than mine, I can't figure that out.
Need your magic.
It's the interview where they get Harrison Ford into the police station and that fat sort of sergeant is sat beside saying, we need the old Blade Runner back, we need your magic. Chicano guy making the little origami stood to one side.
Need your magic.
Yeah, I've watched Blade Runner too many times.
Need your magic. I need the old Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Need your magic. Need your magic. Need your magic.
It's a camera freezing.
Yes.
Need your magic.
This is good. Again, it's not my sort of music.
You're gonna spot him and you're gonna air him up.
I don't work here anymore. Give it to Holt. He's good.
I did.
Where did you get street waffles from?
On the way I plugged them.
I got a package this morning, but then it was from
I'm gonna use
Mao. I got pot noodles and stock waffles.
This is the bad, worst yet. I need the old Blade Runner. I need your magic.
Quit when I come in here, Brian.
Aaron Course says, suggestive track through rhythm misfits, but cool.
Stop right where you are.
Yeah.
You know the score, pal.
And a bit
You're not common, you're little people.
using too much of the sound.
Yeah. That's my...
No choice, pal.
That sample should have been shorter.
Simon Lewis says, not a party track for me, but a solid 7. I kind of have to agree with you.
Sean Pierce gives it 9.7 passing hoodies.
Jesus Christ, you like that one?
And Phil Dodd says nice dark feel, and Peter Varney gives it an 8.
And now it's drum and bassy, so I like it even more. I like those sounds.
I'm going to give it...
Much, then they just sound like angry elephants.
I'm going to give it a 7. Really not my thing, and if it probably was being played, I would go and look for a different dance floor. But that doesn't mean that it wasn't any good.
It's actually quite close to my thing. Just a little bit breakbeaty at the start. Then it got into the drum and bass bit, and I was captivated. So I'm actually going to give it an 8.5.
Oh my god, good scores. Amy?
Give it a 7.5. I liked it. It was dark and had wumpy sounds. It was nice.
It would have been higher if that sample hadn't been overused in the middle. And there was more drum and bass and less breakbeat.
See, Michael said the same thing, too abstract. Agreed. Yep, with the Blade Runner sample breaks, 8.5. Graham Lee gave it an 8. So it still got good scores. It was good. It was a gritty track. I can't remember what I gave it though. This is Street Hobbit Kung Fu Final.
Everyone was Kung Fu Final.
I was literally expecting something along those lines, you know? Amy Butler. Oh shit.
Mark Gardner.
Yes?
You said Amy Butt.
Amy Buffin said Wankstein,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is her new chump.
Wankstein.
I don't know why it creates such mirth for you.
Oh, this is
Needs a
weird.
mastering is all I can say on this one.
I like that sound. That synth line.
He's put it as hip hop and rap. I'm not sure. Is it?
I don't know how you describe it. Let's try.
Trip hoppy to me.
Oh yeah. Those synth lines are lovely. Really
It's
nice
an odd little
sound.
track. We've gone back to the tracks that we had at the start of the show. Max, your track's up in a couple of tracks. Don't worry, we've got 8 left. Should be finishing bang on time.
Yeah, it needs mastering.
Bring it up some.
Yeah.
For a reason, no mistaken. I see the faking, stop baking. Your brain cells
Stop baking. No, never stop baking.
the mountain I yell.
Keep the cakes coming.
To heaven, I ain't going to hell. Stand tall even when you fell. Make up for lost time by being a great person. Bitch, punk ass bitch. Bitch.
Shut us up.
Yeah, it has. I agree with Mark. It's a trip hop rap, not hip hop.
Yeah.
It's quite a clever track.
I kind of like it. It's not massively up my street. It's got some attitude to it. I will give it a solid 7, I believe.
I think with mastering that would give it a bit more punch.
Yes.
It would actually be quite an impressive track. I'd like to hear it properly mastered. I think it's
bit
got
more
something
sound to it.
It's got something.
Hey mate, last one.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8. It sounded nice.
My good grief. Okay, this is someone, I'm not going to pronounce his name, I'm going to show you what it looks like. And apparently this is some guy who is making an album with the Gilberts, which is a synthesizer that I saw at Super Booth. And as far as I can tell, it's got some Jupiter parts in it. People quote me if I'm wrong on this.
What a great story that was. There you go.
For the synth nerds out there, fuck off, you go home.
This is a synth that I saw at Super Booth, and it had some Jupiters in it. And then I saw another synth, because there was a lot of synths there at Super Booth.
I'm not taking Amy next year.
I took you cunt!
So this guy is releasing an album especially based on the Gilbert synth, which is from DinSync, who do the RE303, which is, as far as I'm concerned, the closest thing you're ever going to get to a 303
Yeah,
without
absolutely.
spending a ridiculous amount of money. Although I have seen some 303s go for about 800 to £1,200, which is fucking cheap as chips. Reminds me of a noodle though. One
I was going to say, I hate being critical, but this sounds like it's a bit self-indulgent. No, it's very self-indulgent.
I get where Lindsay is going with this. Again, it's kind of craft worky, lo-fi.
It's not, it's just...
Amy, go on, give us some wisdom.
Well, I seen this synthesizer at Super Booth, and it was made of Jupiter, and that's the one he's using. So,
I know
I promise-
synthesizers require a clever person to get good sounds out.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a good sound.
Yeah, it's a good sound. The Gilbert does make a really good sound.
But that's it. It's a good sound that's being played over and over again for 3 and a bit minutes.
Aaron Court says I have to kick you.
Well, for what?
Like, probably that thing you were saying about the 303 thing.
Aaron, I don't know if you've noticed, anybody who follows Aaron Courts is a pure purist where 303s are concerned. If it's not a 303, it's not on his radar.
I will kick him, but not for that reason.
For many other reasons. Many other reasons. Yeah, nice little noodle. Is a noodle
I
though.
like shoes.
Flat 7.
My new t-shirt.
Oh, very nice.
Amy,
What?
you want to give a number to that?
To what?
I'm not going to give it a number because I give it a ridiculously low number.
No number.
No number.
No number.
Yeah, no number from me. I
It-
don't see the point of that track. I don't understand why it was there. Sorry.
Gosh,
It's the first time
Lindsay.
we've put into the shred as well.
See, but it's
We will never see him again.
No, that's not.
I really liked it. I'll give it an 11.
I didn't get it.
I thought
Amy's
it
here just to balance.
was, it was the best thing since sliced synthesizers.
But I'm a Philistine. I like a very narrow range of musical styles, and I don't like sort of analog noodling.
No.
Just don't like it.
Apparently Aaron says no, talking about the music, kick him.
Oh. I'm enjoying this song.
This
Jam.
is Louis Gardner? No, Louis Parker.
Louis Theroux. Wowzers.
No, Louis Parker.
I didn't know that Louis Theroux submitted to the
Who should be
URL.
on the show sometime soon.
Good night.
It's a weird track, eh?
It's a weird track. It's got a real sci-fi feel to it.
Oh, is this the guy that lives in Bristol? He's studying music in Bristol, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Big
powerful.
sound. Big sound.
Big sound.
Sounds like someone's blowing their nose.
But it's not the elephants that were in wherever, I can't remember where it was now.
Richard Lambeau says spooky as fuck.
Yeah, it
like.
is.
Graham Lee says cool electro dub. John Coffey says something about mice, I don't know.
Yeah, electro dub.
Simon
Love
Lewis
having
says
Amy on the show. It means I don't
Peter
have to talk.
Holofrex. I don't know what that means.
It's French, I believe.
For what?
Don't know.
This Peter
Oh, good analogy,
Holofrex?
Richard. He says Geiger on
I
LSD.
haven't got a clue. Sorry?
Richard says Geiger on LSD, like it. John Coffey says not digging it. Dude, why not?
He's too busy touching mice. Katie LeQuiff says futuristic sound.
Yes.
The sound of the future, but today.
And you're hearing it first on the URL.
Right. The last track, okay, was a synthesizer. Yep. This track, those sounds come from a
Bears.
digital musical producing machine of some sort.
Yes.
And bears.
These sounds sound futuristic.
Yes.
The sounds from the Jupiter thing were dull by comparison.
Oh. I found out.
Just this excites me.
Yes.
I found out
The
what
musical side.
Simon.
Keter Holofrex meant.
Yes.
It's ketamine whole frequencies.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Oh, Michael says second place for me tonight so far. I agree. Simply because of sound design in it.
Oh, so first loser then.
Yes, first loser, Amy, if you want to look at it. I like this track.
I'm going to back you up on that. This is the second most interesting
Track tonight. Yeah,
Has
absolutely.
this guy sampled my snoring?
And I usually hate that frequency. That was a really good track. Not my thing at all, but I'm literally going to give you a 9 for it because of sound design and eeriness and how the track felt.
It
I
had
thought
an
it was really
effect.
good.
It had an effect.
Yeah, I really like it. Big boy in the techno
Change of
industry,
pace.
Don Von Wozek. 6-minute long song. Let's just skip the intro. Yes! We got Jim Prendergrass next, Richard Lombardo, and then
Lombardo? Like, where are you getting Lombardo from?
Yes, Lambo, yeah, like Lambo, like a Lambo.
Like, how did you get Lombardo from that? You've added about 5 extra letters.
Because I'm fucking massively dyslexic and numbers and letters are a pain in the ass for me.
Oh, we should probably stop taking the piss out of you then.
You should probably, yes. I can have you all up on bullying charges, you cunts.
Yeah, we were playing an alphabet game the other day. I was like, oh, what letter's next? And he said 2.
Right, I don't know if you know the game when you're bored in a car and you're looking at number plates and you have to try and get the alphabet. And I'm trying to read number plates and she's talking to me on like 2. I just like, shut up! The Amy show, fuck it, I'm there.
See you then.
And my mother has just joined the show. You got to come in further than that, Mum. People can't see you.
Oh, it's a birthday cake.
Whoa!
Genuine birthday cake, cherry birthday cake, ladies and gentlemen.
Very nice it is too.
Tops with, yes, help yourself, young lady.
Thank you.
Right, we've got 4 tracks left. We're bang on time. I'm going to give this the whole full.
Saved by your mum there, Mark.
Thank you, Mum.
Well, unless this suddenly lets me down halfway through,
Which I don't think it will.
this is my equal track of the night. With that one that was a little bit like dark side fancy sort of stuff.
And Lost Preacher.
John probably gives a cake a 10. This is probably my worst track of the night.
And eat it.
This has got such a lovely shuffle to it.
Yes.
It's boring.
It's not boring.
It's so boring.
This is the stuff that you go into like a trance with dancing like that, and you forget everything apart from just like riding on the music. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I'd be sitting on a bench going, what is this guy on?
It's like a steam train.
Yeah. Just keeps going. Just keeps going.
Aaron Court says, I bet she doesn't feed him alphabet spaghetti.
She doesn't feed me at all. I'm the fucking chef. Every time I'm like, Mum, you cooking? She's like, you're a chef. Why have a dog and bite yourself?
What's this, Mark? You were a chef?
I was, yes.
Never heard this story before.
14 years.
Why don't you regale us all with it?
I was a chef for 14 years, people. Listen to Don.
Now he eats pot noodles.
Yeah, by the fucking foul load.
Simon Lewis says Amy needs less booze. This is me stone cold sober, Simon.
Stone cold sober.
Oh, this will get better and better.
Mario says, it's progressive. Tell her.
Well, where's it progressing to? Because I ain't seen shit.
It's about frequencies. These frequencies don't resonate with you, but for a lot of people, these are dark, moody noises, and it just makes you want
Yeah, and that's fine, but I am allowed not to like it also.
That's fine, that's absolutely, and that's the one thing I've said from the beginning. You're totally entitled to your own opinion about music. I really like this. It does what it needs to do. It makes me want to...
Me too, actually.
Tune into the URL, see people eat cake and argue about techno. Simon Lewis says, fuck you! For what?
Fuck you, motherfucker!
Fuck who? Me, Liz or Amy?
Simon now.
My mum, cake! Who?
Don't fuck the cake.
Yeah,
Mark the non likes it. He's giving it an 18.
Yeah, Don produces some lovely stuff. If you like what
Where
Don
is
does,
it?
Yeah. If you like what Don does, hop over to his Facebook page, his SoundCloud account, and tap him up. It's really, really good.
Look at the thickness of icing on that.
Butter icing, is it? Butter icing?
Yeah, I think so. Butter cream. People are going nuts for this. What's wrong with you?
Yep. Jim Prendergast, you tuned in just in time for your tribe.
Anyway,
Awesome.
don't even talk to me about Jim Pendergrass because I sent him a message asking how his sweetie was and he didn't even reply. So he is now dead to me.
On the upside, Jim, it was an absolute pleasure to see you the
No,
other week.
it was awful. I wish that instead of meeting you, I had poked my eyes out.
And this is why we like Amy on the show. That was Don von Wozak. I'm giving it a solid 909. It was beautiful, did what it needed to do. Techno all the way, liked it.
It's a 9.5 equal with that other track there.
Yeah.
I've
no.
forgotten already.
Lost Preacher,
Lost
Matt
Preacher.
Rogers.
Right up my street, just total hypnotic drive. Wonderful.
Amy?
Give it about a 4.
Ooh, Amy does not like techno.
Now Jim Pendergrass is pretending not to have seen this message. A likely story. It's too late. You're already dead.
Right, I'm going to put the cake on
Put the cake down.
Walk
Step away from the cake.
Oh no, Jim, look what it's doing.
I know.
You've literally tuned in for your track and it's not going to play.
Oh, yes.
There we go. Ah! YouTube is being an absolute dick face
Well,
at the
that's
moment.
karma, isn't it, Jim?
I'm going to leave it there. We're going to move on. Jim, if you could... have you got any of this Black Shade stuff not on YouTube, fella?
What's wrong with YouTube?
It's...
Fights with us constantly.
It really does. I think we're in.
I did not sabotage it.
Is this you, Jim?
I cannot sabotage the song of a dead man who couldn't make a song because he was dead. Hello, Paddy String.
Hey, Amy Babble. Lower the quality. Yeah, I have on everything, Jim. Trust me.
Yeah, you did.
This is Jim's stuff before he was fuzzy, I believe. I'm not too sure how involved Jim was in this stuff, but we like it. It's called Black Shades. Trio Trees.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. So Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy.
Was he? Classic 303 line in there, Jim. What was used, fella? Bit loud. Bit fuzzy. I don't want to...
See what you did there? See what you did there?
Because it was beautiful and clear up to that point.
Track 7. Literally 2 tracks left.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Jim says the 303 line is a dodgy soft synth before we got into hardware. Sounds authentic, mate. The YouTube have failing us on the visuals.
Yeah, but that's all right.
That sounds nice.
I'm not keen on the guitar.
I like it. I think it gives it.
I think it gives it a bit of an edge, which I quite like. I hope that he doesn't use it too much.
Before the guitar, it was a bit blah.
Hey, Baldy and friend.
I
Though
have a
I would
ball.
like to have seen I'd like to have seen that guitar put through effects to give it a lot more sustain.
Some
and
distortion, something.
distorted, yeah. But that's personal taste. I don't like clear guitar sounds. I like
This is done a long time ago as well, I believe.
I think I could listen
but
to
they
this
still
for a
have
while though.
It is, yeah. Come again?
I could listen to this for a while though.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, I really like the Black Shade stuff that Jim produced before he was fuzzy. Jim says definitely needs more production. Jim, this was like a while back though, wasn't it? Like 7 years ago or something.
Katie LeQuift says really nice track.
Yeah, it is a really nice track.
Summary, happy. Bubbly little acid line in there.
Yeah.
Nice little track.
I mean, it's gentle.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's not in your face.
I think the guitar works better now. Jim says before studios were invented. What did you record it on then? Like a 6-track or something, 8-track, or is it a live jam? Just
He just got a piece of paper and pressed it on the sound and rubbed a crayon over it.
There you go.
brilliant. Apparently you're popping sparks, Amy.
Pooping spots.
Oh, pooping sparks.
So I'm popping a squat.
yes. That's her flatulence tonight, guys. Yeah. And we're stuck smelling it.
I'm trying to think what this reminds me of.
Hawkwind, always, and forever.
Desperately trying not to say that.
Oh, it's crapped out. Oh, it's just about to break.
No,
But we got a lot of it.
We did get a lot of it.
That was good.
I'm sure we listened to more than 3 minutes of it.
We probably did. We've only got two tracks left, so
It was
well,
good.
crack on.
It was, as you say, it was primitively recorded.
yes. I thought it was okay. The guitar line at the beginning I didn't like, but I can't mark it down for one little guitar line. 'cause
I
that's
like the
unfair.
melody. I like the fact that they've used the guitar as a juxtaposition for the more digital sound of the other instruments.
Yeah, but it
I
could
would
have,
have
the
liked
tone
to
could have been
had-
better.
The tone could have been better. Could have been put to some effect.
Oh, hello. Where am I going to land on that last one, Jim? Jim, I liked it. Nice probably the last one. I'm sorry about an age. If the guitar was a little bit fuzzier, a little bit more distorted, then I reckon you would have been somewhere near a 9.
I wouldn't put it as high as that, but it's still good.
My problem is, once the track's finished, and I'm pissing around, I completely forget about the track, so I'm trying to hold on to what I think I remember from the track. Anyway, this is PRF, Blood and Rubber.
And that beat is drum and bass.
Yes. Jim Prendergrass says, are you sure you sent me a message?
Look, it's here.
Yeah, Jim, I can definitely see it. Are you friends with Jim? If you're not friends with
Yeah,
Jim...
I'm friends with Jim.
Okay.
I think.
Jim, Amy's not happy. Yeah, Jim, unfortunately you can't go back in time and change it.
I know we're not friends.
That's why then.
Well, how did I send him a message then? Why have you unfriended me, Jim?
Friend him up, friend him up now.
Worse. Not only did you not read or reply to my message, but you unfriended me. What have I done for you? All I did was give you advice about fruit fucking pastels.
Amy seems to be a little louder than the rest of us.
What's unusual is it's drum and bass. That beat is a definite drum and bass beat. But it's not using the breaks and
No.
the drops that drum and bass usually does. It's more of a techno roll,
Yes.
but using the drum and bass beat. It's interesting.
Apparently Jim says we weren't friends before. I disagree with that. Morgan Juniper has stepped into the building. You are late, motherfucker. We have one more track left. I just want to say thank you very much for hooking us up with Megadog, me and Warren. That's absolutely awesome. Yes, Morgan, you are late. Was engrossed in creating music. Brilliant. Make sure you get one in for the next shout out, which pops out on Monday.
Probably shit. Anyway.
It'd be shit. It'd be Wankstein. Wankstein chumps.
You're all Wankstein.
Chump Wankstein.
Not really, I love you. Only Mark is a Wankstein.
I mean, maybe he's doing it deliberately, but I like breakdowns and drops.
Yeah, it's just this.
Yeah.
Morgan Juniper says Wankstein techno.
Redneck techno, my friend.
No, Wankstein techno, it's a new genre.
Jim Prendergrass says, Facebook friends, of course you were real friends from birth. You're blanking him, are you? This one started off so well, and I'm thinking it's going to go somewhere, and it's just done the same thing the whole way through.
So it's a really good basis for a track, but it needs structure.
Yep.
It needs more progression.
See, I like that. It sounds really nice. It almost had a Prodigy vibe to it. But like you say, there's no break in that.
Yeah. Yeah. It needs a breakdown.
Yep.
And then a build up, and then a really dramatic drop.
Listen to what John Coffey says, everyone. Everyone buy Mark a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Everybody do that. Everybody do that.
His name is John Conley, so he's telling everyone to buy a cup of himself for you.
There we go.
Amy's struggling over her words.
But also,
Mark.
why is everyone buying Mark have a cup of coffee. Like, he ain't the only clown in this radio. There are other people who like coffee and presents.
Do you have a Amazon wish list, a buy me a cup of coffee profile, or
I
a
do
Patreon?
have an Amazon wish list. It's got wigs on it.
We'll start fucking making this available for people. March, Redneck Techno. People have been banding this about for the music I make, and I kind of think it fits. It's not your regular techno, and it's, you know, but yeah, I think it fits. Redneck Techno, I'm happy with it. This track, unfortunately for me, got a strong 7 and then finished out somewhere near a 5.
Got Nick Techno.
Everyone buy Mark a cup of John, Jim Pendergrass says.
A cup of mouse.
A cup of mouse.
Do you want to put a mark on that one?
If it had structure, it would have ranked quite high because I liked the elements that were in there.
Prodigy vibe.
Yeah. Good choice of sounds,
Yep.
lovely beat.
Yep.
Needed structure. Because of that, I'm going to mark it quite low, actually, at about 6.5. It would have jumped up 2 points if it had more structure.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Production was slightly muddy, but not dreadful.
Nope. Number?
I'd have danced to it.
I'd have danced it. Amy?
I agree with Lindsay.
You cop-out bastard. You fucking cop-out bastard. Okay, this is a very late entry to the show, and he's finishing the show, and we literally are on time. 5-minute track, so let's hear it. This is John Coffey, who looks after mices, and yeah.
And does pinstriping.
And does pinstriping.
Katie LaQuiff says Amy has the PayPal account, remember, which is a good point. I actually have all of the coffees at the minute, so...
Yes, Katie, it should be by Mark a pot noodle. I totally agree. John, you've got some fucking epic looking kit, mate.
Nice penis, said Mark.
And this is why we like Amy Buffum on the show. Can we?
Because I translate what Mark actually means to you all.
So,
Why have we stopped?
it's a bit like having a big car, isn't it?
I thought you were going to say something else.
You know,
Yes.
BCSD.
Oh, John. Oh, I've
Because
messed
of the
it.
Yes, this is very true.
This is what I'm saying.
Very,
It
very
is.
true.
I mean, of all the people.
Shit, I'm sorry, fella. I was
Must
trying.
have more machines. Penis so small.
Compensate. So sorry.
I'm deeply involved in tech here. So.
Yeah. You're messing up, aren't you? Big time.
John, it's not going to work.
I did not sabotage anything.
Isn't it awful when it happens? Right,
There we go.
There we go. There we go.
No! I hate when we end the show on like
that
this.
was
On a fail.
On a fail.
That was a very short song. Weird. I'll give it a 7. Oh.
Like bits like that. It's, back to my early sort of waving band.
No!
We're just going to get little snippets, aren't we?
Yeah.
I like the O sound.
Yeah.
Very
I don't.
good.
Oh, well, I do, because it's like it's early rave stuff, isn't it?
John, do me a favour. Get yourself a YouTube account or a SoundCloud account.
Well, don't bother with YouTube. That's shit as well.
It is. The compression's absolutely fucking awful. And then send it to me next week and we'll play this as the opener.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have ended the show on a fail, and I do apologise about ending the show on a fail. And it's a real shame because John Coffey is very active on the page, is a very good musician, and we cannot play his track this evening. I am pissed off.
Devastated.
Devastated. But anyway, we had a surprise appearance from the Buff Unicorn.
Yep.
Woo! So yeah, and we had Lindsay Mumford in the building again. It's always a pleasure to have Lindsay Mumford in the building.
Well, yeah, Mark was there as well, so...
Oh, yes, and Mark's
Yeah, and
there.
I was there, just the one that orchestrated the whole thing and made it all happen. Woo!
That was Oliver, wasn't it?
Oh, blow the bell.
Oliver
blow the
number
bell.
1, not Oliver number 2.
Right, before this turns into some sort of slanging match, don't forget, in 5 shows' time, we turn It's our 100th show, and there will be me, there will be Amy, there will be Lindsay, there will be about 15 other people. All
Laura, Ben, Jeff. Who's Jeff? Jim.
Jim, Oliver, old Oliver, original Oliver.
Not new Oliver.
Not new Oliver.
I can guarantee it's going to be chaos, extremely messy, probably full of technical glitches, and
Maybe some
mayhem.
303 machines, if you know what I mean.
Nudge, nudge. So, thank you all for joining us tonight. If you liked, comment and shared, big yourselves up. Thank you very much to the producers for putting in what was essentially like a low tempo one tonight, really. We had like 2 tracks which really tickled our testicles. The rest were very, very good, but very down tempo. Thank very much my co-hosts for this evening for taking the time out of their very, very busy schedules to do this nonsense. And we will see you next Tuesday for some more of this shit.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Is that what you're saying, Amy?
Yeah.
That's your final word on the subject, is it?
Amy's now a statue.
Well, we'll see you next week.